Okay, guys, so I wanted to give you just a really brief idea of what we are looking about when we talk about conclusions. And so I'm only specifically talking about conclusions right now for Q3, which is our argument prompt. Okay, so this might transcend over to some of the other essays, but right now I'm only talking about Q3 for specifically for tomorrow, and then later on in the 6 weeks. So you have these levels that you want to try to reach in your conclusion, and each level is a little more significant than the other. Okay, so what we're trying to do is to get away from this bottom level. So this bottom level here is the level that we call the self. Okay, so this would be, let's say we're writing an essay about whether or not I don't know, we should have pets. Okay, so yes or no, the value that pets have on our life. Let me write that so I don't forget. Okay, so let's say this is our prompt, right? So we want to get away from the self. So a conclusion that focuses on the self might say something like, therefore, I think it's good to have a pet because I really enjoyed my time with my dog, or I was able to really have comfort and security in, having this companion. Okay, so then our next level would be what we call the community, which is going to be you and these friends, right? These friends don't have legs, but you get it. So this is going to be more along the lines of, I've noticed that the people around me who have pets are a lot happier than the people who don't. Okay, something like that. You're still at sort of this lower level of just talking about why this issue is significant at a community level. When we go one step further, we get to all the people, right? And this is going to be the level that is where society comes in. Okay, society is just a little bit bigger. This is where you want to strive to be. Right here and up are the two levels of the conclusion that you want to shoot for. So this is going to be more like society can benefit from people growing up with pets because it can make them more kind and more giving with their time and build a level of responsibility that someone without a pet may miss out on, right? And then when you get to the higher level, the next level is our global level, right? And global is, okay, this is I don't know what part of the planet that is, but this is when we get to humanity. Now, unfortunately, my example of the value that pets have on your life, I don't know how much that really impacts humanity. It's not really an AP worthy prompt here, but you want to go further. So instead of just saying society, which may mean like American society or 21st century society, or maybe even like women in society, we want to go to humanity, which can reach everybody. So this is just a more global look at what this prompt can do for us in general. So I might be able to say something like, in general, humanity, people would be better to each other if they had all grown up with a pet. They would be able to show compassion and a giving personality, and they would be able to learn that there is more to the world than just themselves if we all grew up with a pet, right? So these are just the ranges. So you can see the difference between focusing on myself versus my immediate community, society, and humanity. And you want your conclusion to be above in one of these two levels. And depending on what your AP prompt is, you might be stuck at this one, and that's perfectly fine. You just want to make sure you hit this and not really focus on down here. Another thing that you should know about your conclusion is that it is not text specific. And when I say text specific, I mean like text evidence, right? You do not mention your text evidence in your conclusion. So, and also, I understand that for an argument you don't have text, So what I'm really referring to is your examples, right? But in your rhetorical analysis and in your synthesis, you will have text. So specifically text evidence for those, but it's not example specific. You don't mention them. You're already past that. You've mentioned them in your body paragraphs. You're moving on to the broader picture, the social and global connections of what you're trying to do. So at the end of the day, in your conclusion, you are trying to answer the question, so what? Who cares? And why is this important? And if it helps you to think of it, you really want to be answering the question, why is this AP worthy? Right? So those are the things you're trying to get across in your conclusion. And nothing that deals with the self or the community is going to be AP worthy, because College Board wants to see that you can get up on this, hierarchy and get to that global understanding of why things are important. So that's really it for your conclusion. Very simple. You want to remember that you do not re-mention your text evidence because you're past that. You want to try to focus up on these ranges of things you could discuss and then answer these questions. Why is it important? What difference does it make? Why is it AP worthy? So me saying that humans will be more compassionate toward each other and have a sense of responsibility and caring for each other by having pets, that is the who cares and why is it important, right? Okay, I'm going to post some other things on this page about commentary and analysis, and hopefully this will help you out for tomorrow. All right, see y'all later.